The third quarter, and when we come back, the final 12 minutes of this game, 34-7 in favor of the Farmers right here, JTV Channel 3.
Let's see. Farmers 34, Brighton Bulldogs.
Jeffco Stadium, well in command of this game. The #1 seed coming out of Jefferson County, 10-0. The Wheat Ridge Farmers played well offensively and defensively. Hessler keeps it, gets enough for the first down. Pushes it out past the 42, just close to the 43, move the chains.
That's a great play down for short yardage. Fake it to the fullback and then just follow him. And Hessler did a good job right there getting the 1st and 10. Someone's down there for Brighton.
That's a big body down on the ground. We'll have to figure out who this is. What is it like, Sam? I mean, tell these people that really don't have an idea the amount of emotion mentally and physically that is put into a playoff game. I mean, people talk about stepping it up a notch. Well, you really do.
Football is such a team sport, and football is such an emotional sport, and it's team pride, and it's coaches motivating, and kids believe. And I think it's a little different than a lot of other sports, say track or baseball or things like that. But you get so emotionally involved, and football has that, and that's what you got to work on. And then when something doesn't go right or you're defeated, boy, you just let the air out of here. Watch him here on the keeper right here. He follows Chambers.
See who
Hessler
goes down.
gets right. I think that's Chambers underneath.
Big 78 is McLean.
But they're taking Chambers off, number 21.
Oh, they are.
He was the lead player on that.
They were checking his left knee. And over here on the sideline for the Wheat Ridge Farmers, you saw him just quickly by the camera shot. Brian Stevens, the big defensive end for the Farmers. You don't want to lose him either. And they're taping him up and putting some ice on his ankle. He may not come back, especially with a 34-7 advantage in favor of the Farmers with 11:55 left in the contest. You don't want to lose Damon Chambers. There's another shot going off out here. That's not the end of the quarter. Bouncing hard into the hole, Jeff Teeter.
Well, now their offense is thrown off. You get another fullback in there, so he goes to the tailback. Maybe you don't want to give the ball to a guy that just comes in at fullback, so he tosses it back to the tailback. And Chambers has been a big part of their offense out of the triple option, because everything starts with him with the ride fake. Either give it to him or take it out. So let's see what this is going to do to the Bulldogs offense.
2nd down and 10. Horiuchi brings in the play. Let's see exactly what they're trying to do. 42-yard line, their own 42. They go right back to the tailback. No, he keeps it, flips it back. Running wide is Nathan Reed. And Reed might get back to the line of scrimmage. Excellent defensive pursuit.
Reed's got good quickness, boy. He really just didn't have enough real estate to turn the corner, and the pursuit got to him right there. But Hessler made a nice pitch on the option.
Zach Magalai chased him down, too.
Don, I think this might be it. If they don't get a drive here and you give the ball back to Wheat Ridge, I think then he will just pound it and take a lot of time off the clock.
Run at least 6 minutes off the clock and more or less put this one in the history book. 3rd down and a long 9. Hessler, the quarterback, been there all night, only a junior. Here comes the pressure, and he has to get rid of it. I mean, he was just smacked by the guy coming on the outside. I don't know if that was a blitzing safety or what.
I think the corner just came, or the linebacker, the outside linebacker came right there. Let's take a look at it right here. But, boy, he's getting pressure, number 45, Eric Johnson. Boy, and he's coming.
10 minutes left in this contest, and they're going to have to punt this football away. You brought it up already, Sam, that this could be the ball game. Jason Hessler back to kick.
New kicker.
No, a new kicker, Kirk Lampert. The field goal kicker is now going to punt this one. Boy, he had to wait for that ball to come down, and he got a weak punt. I mean, it went high, but it wasn't going anywhere. Young man should have touched the football. He's going to be marked down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, the kicker kicked it flat-footed. He just didn't come off his other foot, and he just did it all with his right leg, and he just didn't get the follow-through to get it to that spiral and get it to turn over and go a little farther. I tell you what, they're liable to score again. This is excellent field position.
Magnificent.
So he could do whatever he wants with his offense right here with, you got 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Magalai and crew out on the field. Robust, double-tight, full-house offense. You hear the coaches yelling and screaming down there. making sure everybody's on the same page. Give it to the big fullback. Wolf has it. No, excuse me, he does not have it. Jason Gallimore.
He's gone.
Jason Gallimore is off to the races. What can you say? Touchdown.
Let's get ready for these guys to do the first.
Justin the first time, Jason this time.
Let's go around this way. Oh, no, never mind.
The Gallimore boys are scoring touchdowns.
58-yard touchdown.
Look at it right here. Just revert, just fake to the fullback, then give it to Gallimore. He makes a nice spin move. He gets hit in there by Williams, and boy, he gets past a couple guys, and he's off to the races. Good speed.
The Gallimore twins, and when you say twins, 5'10", 175 sophomores, both of them. That's identical. Boom. Bring it together, and they both now have a touchdown. 121 yards, 158.
They're going for two right here.
40-7 the score. Magalai back, looks for the pass, finds him. 2-point conversion, good. Jason Gallimore on the reception. Give him all 8 points.
That's a robust pass. You just fake to the fullback and just put the tight end in the corner and put the running back out in the flat. That's called a pass left, a robust pass left. They do a nice job and get it out. And here we go. We got the male cheerleaders out here.
The crazies are out.
And getting their push-ups. And they're stealing the show from the cheerleaders now. And see, and the cheerleaders have the camera on them, and here they are. They're doing it.
Well, see, now, if they were real men, they would have done all 42. There's 42 up there. Come on, guys.
That's right. Bring them back.
8.
42.
You and I could do 8. I couldn't do 42, but 8. 9.5 minutes left in the game, Sam. 42-7. You see Tom Ritter on the screen. At this point, what do you say? I mean, you really can't say.
Well, you just want to just get a good drive, do a couple good things. You know, you either leave the first group in and try to get a score. If not, you play some younger people.
Brom going to kick it away. Teeter and Swan back to receive. It's going to come down. Swan has it. Tries to find an opening, and he gets it. Spins around. Takes it down to the 27-yard line. Wheat Ridge, excellent pursuit.
These teams have great collisions on the kickoffs. They cover, and they're physical on the kickoff. It's probably the kids that don't play a lot, so when they get that opportunity, they're going to do the most with it.
And there we go. Watch Swan bring it back.
There he is. Look at
hits.
Swan.
Guys flying everywhere.
Wheat Ridge makes nice, good hits and brings him down.
Wrap it up. That kind of football. This is just straight, hard-nosed Penn State kind of football, you know?
Well, that's what Eddie wants to do with the robust, and you develop a toughness, you develop a tradition. Wheat Ridge has great football, basketball tradition and winning state championships, and Red Coates was the head coach there years ago, won 2 state champions. Freddie Steinmark, who played, went to Texas. Great tradition.
Outstanding tradition is right. Hessler keeps it. Takes it to the outside, and then he has one of those errant pitches. This time it works, though. Brings it out to the 30. Pick up a 5. You hear Eddie Stevens screaming, outside in.
Well, he wants him to cover the option there, and that's what he wanted to happen. And watch Hessler right here. He fakes right in here, and then he comes here with the option. And watch, he'll get people on him. He makes the forward pitch. He makes a forward pitch, and he gets up, and Nathan Reed, number 35, handles the football.
Running strong, Nathan Reed. Damon Chambers, I don't know. I haven't seen him back in. Fullback that runs the ball quite a bit. So that's exactly what's going on. Nathan Reed has moved over to that fullback slot. 8 minutes left in the game. 42-7. Everything coming up Farmers. Hand it straight back, and here we go. Nice little burst of speed. That's number 32 running the football. Brent Cassidy.
Cassidy had some quickness. He got right up there. He's taking Chambers' place at the fullback position, and that's what they like to run, triple option, and Cassidy makes a good run.
Cassidy had a little extra burst. Young man has fresh legs. 42-yard line. 1st and 10. How big would a touchdown be for these guys?
Well, they need one. Need one bad.
Let's see what they can do. Just go out with that alley-oop pass, and now you get the pass interference. You can't hold him up at the line.
Well, but you know, you're playing cover 2. You can jam him right there. Maybe he was holding him, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to jam him, but as soon as the ball's in the air, the official sees that, he makes the call. So I don't know what you do. You teach him to jam him at the line of scrimmage because you're playing cover 2, and I think that's legal.
Well,
but then when the ball went in the air, he can't be jamming him.
Well, these guys want semi-jams. They don't want that full force forced jam, Sam.
Well, they got big yardage right there, and now they got better field position.
They move it across the 50 down to the 42, and we have to see if they can punch it in from here. Watch, look at that entire group of coaches over there, everybody with their headsets on, including Tom Ritter, trying to figure out what they need to do offensively. They have driven the ball between the 20s. They just can't pound anything in. Wheat Ridge jump. Well, you just saw Wheat Ridge may not have jumped.
I thought the left guard also made.
Nathan Reed just hit the ground, kind of gives away. No, they call it on the defense. But Reed hit the ground as if one of the Bulldogs did it. 7:38 and counting.
It's a good drive. 2 penalties. They're moving the football.
20 yards, just boom, boom.
You need some help once in a while.
Good-looking crowd, as we said earlier. There's a lot of tradition at Jeffco Stadium. I don't care what you say about Wheat Ridge, but this whole stadium just
it's a good facility, and it's fun to play here.
Like to see them put some turf down so they won't tear this up. Wheat Ridge jumped again, evidently not far enough. Once again, Cassidy runs hard into the hole, gets enough for the first down to the 29-yard line.
That's triple option. He's reading it. He puts the ball in Cassidy's stomach. Hessler takes a look at what the tackle's doing, and then he just lets it ride and gives him. So they're doing a good read right there.
Unofficial's timeout. Somebody hurt on the Wheat Ridge side of the field. Trying to get a number for you. It's all scrunched up in front of him. It's a big guy, whoever he is. Looks like Brian Stevens, number 53. No, 53's already out of the game, sitting down. Somebody else hurt this time. That's 59. That's Jason DiGiacomo. Once again, going back to Cassidy. Cassidy picks up another 3.
Their timing wasn't real good, so that's Cassidy, who doesn't get a lot of reps in practice, usually with Chambers. And you saw they just had a little mix-up. They didn't have a good mesh, but then he saw the read, so he gave him the ball and let him go, but their timing wasn't real good.
Have to be pleased with the way this Cassidy is running.
Well, he's come in, done a nice job, and that's what you want. You want people to step forward when you have an injury. They don't get many reps in practice, but you want them to be ready when it's time.
Well, Sam, we're inside the 7-minute mark. Good look at the Brighton side of the field. Good-looking crowd as well. 2nd and 7, 39-yard line. Coming with the option. He flipped it out. That was just a crazy flip. Taking it inside, down to the 9-yard line.
Good job taken by
Jeff Teeter. And there was a whistle in that camera.
Oh, that whistle was right in that camera.
That was better than an alarm clock.
Well, that'll wake you up.
That was so
Teeter's
loud it cleared your sinuses.
Watch Teeter. What a good athlete. Remember him from last year. Watch the quickness. Watch him get around the corner. And he just outruns those farmers. Look at him go. Look at him come down. But good angles of pursuit right there. Boy, and they bring Teeter down.
Nice pursuit is right. On the outside, Chad Dixon was the first one to run him down. Did you see how quick he flipped it back? There's a timeout on the field, but Teeter, he never even expected that ball to come in so fast. Look at this. Wholesale changes. The coach is bringing in 11 new players, running out there himself, Ed Stevens. If you'd like to purchase your very own copy of tonight's contest, go ahead and call Jones Intercable, 465-2364. Professionally produced by Debbie and Company over there at Jones Intercable. 465-2364. Own a copy of this game tonight.
I tell you, that's good that he took the first defense out and he's playing some other people and put him in a position. Usually coaches won't do this because you don't want him to score, you know, but he put his second unit in there and let them play defense and put him in a situation where they have to play well.
Well, we can go ahead and throw our setup aside now. There isn't any of these guys on the football field right now. 11 guys on my lineup, and they are all sitting on the sideline taking a breather because they know they're playing next week.
Well, you better get that roster
healthy
out and start spotting.
Keep them healthy. First down and goal from the 8-yard line, and they're going for the pass. Timing pattern into the corner. Man's out there. He catches a touchdown. I thought he was going to run out of real estate. Who caught that ball? There he is, Del Tor. Number 5, Del Tor. Hessler just put it on the mark, and there wasn't but an extra strand of grass between him and the out-of-bounds marker.
Well, he put it right on the money. Good timing, and Hessler did a nice job.
And we have a 42-13 ball game, and listen to the Brighton crowd, the band playing. You like it. You like it, the way they come out and support this football field and team.
They're going to call a timeout to talk over about a 2-point play and see what they want.
Eddie Stevens running back out there talking to this young second unit on defense. 6.5 minutes left in the game. That was a big score by Brighton. They needed that just to kind of lift them up a little bit. Tom Ritter now running out to the huddle, taking his time.
Well, what this does, it builds for next year, and it just is, you want to do well so it could carry over to when you start up in August.
Question for you.
Yes, sir.
How long has that pasta sauce been cooking?
I put it on this morning. It's cooking all day and all night.
You have some extra noodles?
It'll be ready tomorrow.
We're all coming over, buddy.
You'll have to come up to Boulder. And
Debbie and the crew, we're all just going to kind of pack it up in that truck and come. We're coming tonight. What do you mean tomorrow?
Probably have some rigatonis and.
Oh, Chimama. Sounds good to me. First down, right down here, going for it was a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. A nice fade pattern from Hessler as he hits Del Toro. Toro is an excellent receiver.
He does a nice job.
I mean, he has broken on a couple of them tonight. He could have a couple more catches.
Our first time with Brighton this year, I thought they threw the ball a little bit more for some reason. I thought with the Hessler they would throw more.
Going for the 2. Hessler's back, blindside coverage, he overthrows the man. He was level.
Well, that's a crossing pattern. They brought the tight end all the way underneath, and Hessler's just in a hurry and threw it over his head.
Jake Coryell coming in there, looked like Air Coryell for a moment as he left his feet and just caught up to the quarterback. 42-13 the score. 6.5 minutes left in this game.
Well, I tell you, he was getting pressured, and that's why Hessler might have hustled the ball, because he was getting a little backside pressure.
Watch his receiver. He has the receiver alone breaking across the
He's right
backside.
Here. All 3 backs come a little bit. Look at the backside, though.
Coryell.
He's got pressure coming, and then he just arms it. He just arms it a little bit and runs into someone right there.
All by himself. You have your wide open receiver.
Well, let's get ready. Get the hands team in. We've got to get the hands team in.
State Farm, the good hands people.
Here comes the onside kick.
Big young man just came out of the game, hurt. Number 59, Jason DiGiacomo. He's finished for the night. Looking for that onside kick. Sam called it.
Get back, Joe! Yeah, we're okay. Guys, get back!
You have 10 guys all the way up front.
Baby!
That's good.
They're going to kick it away.
Kicking it away. They feel they're playing good defense, huh?
Yes, so. Catching the ball deep is Paul Kress. He brings out to the 25-yard line.
Kids are having fun. That's what's important right now. And let people play and have some fun. Get the underclassmen in there, but their starters are underclassmen.
Sure they are. You have a lot of sophomores on this team. On both sides of the field, you have a lot of sophomores. But now you have a situation, 42-13, 6 minutes left in the game. The Brighton Bulldogs are playing for tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, I mean next year. When you talk about the Wheat Ridge Farmers, they're playing for next week because they have a big, big game at hand. A couple of undefeated teams will go at it, Wheat Ridge and Sierra. Triple option, they give it on the inside, quick dive.
That game will be the biggest game in Wheat Ridge's history now in modern time to get to the state finals. They got to get by this game. That's the biggest game to get to the
With all
final
that
game.
tradition.
Well, I mean,
so you're
they've
talking
had a lot.
modern day.
With Eddie Stevens' career, this is going to leap him to get to the final game. I mean, he's got the semifinals also, but this is a big opponent.
And what's amazing, he loses Tom Wolf, a big loss, of course, his fullback, Paul Kress, the left tight end, and Anthony Lombardi, his right tight end. That is it on this offense as far as the skill people. They're all coming back.
He's got a lot of people.
Sophomore quarterback, 2 sophomores at halfback. You have a sophomore right halfback. Chad Dixon's only a sophomore.
Watch him run the little power play off tackle right here. Does a nice job. Good hole.
Eric
The
Underwood.
second unit, Underwood, he's doing a good job. I tell you, the second unit moving the football.
Yes, they are. 3rd down and 4. 32-yard line is where that ball is resting comfortably. Just inside the 5-minute mark. Too much fun out here. This has been a magnificent season. When's the last time you've had this many good games back to back to back?
Well, I thought
We haven't had a season
those
like
Jefferson
this.
County games that we were doing just back to back with Chatfield, Bear Creek, Arvada West.
And we get another one next week.
We'll have those 2 teams. I think those 2 teams have given us a lot of excitement.
And look at all the different teams we have seen this year. We have been all around the state here.
Well, at first we were doing a lot of Broomfield games. It was like them. Now we're doing second part of Jefferson County down here, and it's been good. Real
It
exciting.
really has.
Especially, it's so important now in the playoffs.
Excellent schedule. Keeping the ball. No, he handed that ball off. Chris Lucas really is faking well. I mean, he's selling everybody, including me, when he takes that ball down the side.
Well, I told you to focus in there.
I've been focused for a long time, Sam. But this one, with 4 minutes left, 42-13, you're going to have to carry me. Put me on your shoulders and take me the rest of the way.
Well, you got to start picking the player of the game so I can go down and talk to him in about 4 minutes.
Boy, that's a tough one to pick.
Yeah, you can do it.
You have the Gallimore boys, you have Wolf with a couple touchdowns, Magalai a couple touchdowns. And here we go. Lucas keeps it. He's off to the races. Down the sideline, cuts back. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. 33-yard line. Lucas with a big run. This is the second unit.
Look at that, another 10th grader. Isn't that unbelievable?
Unbelievable.
What great quickness, and could he go down the sideline? I tell you, Eddie's loaded. He's got a good club. Look at him right here on a little counter play. Lucas comes down. He wanted to throw. He had people downfield. He didn't like it. The ball's tucked away. Watch the quickness. Boy, he outruns people, and Lucas is an excellent ball carrier. Also plays good in the secondary.
He never stepped
I don't
out
think
of bounds.
he stepped out.
He never stepped out of bounds.
This guy's way behind the play.
He was a foot to the inside. Straight up the middle.
Well, we've made a few mistakes up here tonight.
Have we?
So, yeah, I think so. So we'll let the officials have it.
Sell one out here. Carrying the football, Jason Wolf. Must be the brother of Tom Wolf.
A lot of brother combinations.
There really are a lot of brother combinations on the Wheat Ridge team. Did you just wake Allison up?
Yeah, I just gave her a kick, get her up.
Bouncing around the booth up here, trying to keep things going in the right direction. 3 minutes left in the contest. 42-13. Ball's down on the ground. Brighton has it. Brighton comes away with it. And they don't even contest it. This ball goes over. Brighton's offense comes on the field. Send that second unit defense back out here.
Well, let's see. Hessler's going to throw the ball quite a bit right here and try to get another score.
Well, he has exactly 3 minutes to do something with it. Last time they threw that fade pattern into the left side of the end zone, and as I said then, just a little bit of turf left before Torr ran out of bounds. As he catches it, gets both feet down. Lost their main running back, Damon Chambers, early on in the third quarter. Hessler tries going with the option, flips it out. Teeter with the football. Teeter off to the races again. Picks up 9.
That time they ran a little freeze option. What a freeze option is, he steps back to freeze the linebackers. He doesn't go right down the line. He just steps back, you freeze the linebackers, and then he takes off. And Hessler, they have all kind of options in their package right here, and that's the first time they've ran that tonight.
Underwood with the tackle.
And here
Clock
I thought
continues
Hessler
to
would
run.
come out throwing, and here they're running their basic options.
2nd and 2, I formation set. Hessler in the at quarterback. This time he's going to roll out to the right side. Here comes the pressure. Gets a nice block. Finds his man. Breaking down the sideline. 35-yard line. Catching the football is Reed.
Tight end, you drag, you got a little bootleg, you fake counter one way, then you bring your underneath people, under people. Great play, great tie. Everybody has to have this in your package. A little bootleg, a little waggle, they call it.
That was nice.
You bring the tight end under, and Hessler's good. He wanted to go deep. Then he decided to go to Reed right there, and Nathan Reed makes a good catch and gives the Bulldogs better field position.
Well, he had Reed, Stricklet, and Horiuchi all in the same neighborhood. All 3 receivers. Minute and 38 and counting in this ball game. Sam going to be heading down here in a moment. Here's that fade pattern again. Going out for it. No! Unable to come away with it. Diving for the ball is Del Torre. Well, Sam, it's about that time. Who's going to get the player of the game award tonight? I'll throw a couple of names at you, and you just decide.
I don't.
Magalai,
you decide.
Gallimore, either one of them, and Tom Wolf, and you make that
last
decision.
week our director made the pick, so maybe we would have her help us out, huh?
We're going with a sophomore. Zach Magalai, 52-yard touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown, and then he threw 2 passes that worked.
That's who I was going to pick.
Zach Magalai is the player of the game. Sam will be meeting with him momentarily. Hessler to the outside, gets enough for the first down, steps out of bounds at the 20. Minute 22 and counting.
What I like about Brighton, they're competing. They're getting their money's worth. They're going to take this all the way to the end, Don, and they're going to play. I'll tell you that.
Sure they are. There's no quit in this team. I tell you, they're like Nebraska. These guys, they don't know what quit is. Zach Magalai will be the player of the game.
Well, Tom Ritter's built a good program here, and only in his second year, and you get him in the playoffs, and he's in a good league with the Skyline League, playing Bloomfield, Centaurus, Adams City,
Tough league.
And Ranham and people like that. He's done well.
Tough league out there. There's no doubt about it. First down and 10, 21-yard line. Someone comes running in. Here comes Horiuchi. Minute 22 left in this lane. He's going to send it back out, finds his man, pitches it back, hook and lateral. Who caught the ball? He stayed in bounds. Running back off the hook and lateral, they pitch it back to Teeter. I think Del Toro caught the football.
They have everything. They were going to try anything to get the score. Watch right here, Hessler. Watch the little pitch. Now here comes Teeter coming around the outside. Now just flip it back.
Toro catches it, flips it back. He gets a little block.
You call it hook and ladder. I call it the flea flicker. Everybody's got different
Yes,
names.
they do. You say potato, I say potato. Come on, it all comes out the same way in the end.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm ready to go down on the field.
You're leaving me.
I need to get away from you and get some fresh air. I think it's
Excuse the heck out of me. Minute 12 seconds left. I spent all these weeks, 5 years as a matter of fact, in the booth with this man. And now he says, I'm stinking the place up. Can you believe it? Well, Sam on his way down to the field. He's going to be meeting here momentarily with the player of the game, Zach Magalai, the quarterback, only a sophomore, a 52-yard scamper in the first quarter for a touchdown. Then he came back with a 1-yard run on the quarterback keeper. Also threw a couple. Young man has a very well-rounded game, and he's coming back for a couple of years. Best thing you can say about a sophomore quarterback, he's going to be a junior quarterback next year. And Eddie Stevens, I guarantee you, is smiling big knowing that. See what's going on. Brighton Bulldogs, no quit, as Sam told you. And here they go, minute 12. First down and goal from the 10-yard line. What can they do with it? Hessler stays in at quarterback. You have Brent Cassidy as the fullback. Jeff Teeter is the tailback. They're going to fake it to him, roll out to the right side. Here comes the defensive pressure. Hessler keeps it, throws it into the end zone. Knocked away, beautiful defensive play. Eric Underwood has come off the bench and done a magnificent job as a defensive back. Eric Underwood, and once again, you saw it. Underwood, only a sophomore. What is it about the sophomores for Wheat Ridge? Let's watch Hessler. He's going to fake it to Teeter, rolls it out on the bootleg. It's a naked bootleg, nobody out there with him. Here comes the defensive pressure. It looks like he's going to run. He brings everybody up. Underwood's going to come out of nowhere, swat the ball away because the intended receiver was by himself in the back of the end zone. Nice defensive play. Minute 5 seconds left in this contest. 42-13. The JTV Channel 3 High School Game of the Week. Hessler once again looking, passes, it's a duck, up in the air, going to be intercepted. Coming back with it, looks like number 51. We'll have to get you a name. That's Zach Hackett coming away. Second defense in this game, and a lot of yelling and screaming going on underneath there as Teeter tackles him at the 6-yard line. 55 seconds and counting, and this Wheat Ridge Farmer team, now you know why, they are 10-0. Sam already down on the field talking to a few of the players for Wheat Ridge. What a ball game, what a ball game. It's hard to say who's going to win between Sierra and Wheat Ridge. I haven't seen Sierra play, but this Wheat Ridge team will be very, very difficult to beat. 36 seconds and counting. They're just going to kind of run a quick shot up the middle and let this clock run on down. 30 seconds and counting. What time do they have in them? They know that they have a big game next week. Sierra and Wheat Ridge both undefeated at 11-0. This defense gives up 11 points a game on average. They gave up 13 today. But once again, the second touchdown came off of the second unit. And there's a great coaching staff led over there by Tom Ritter. There he is on your screen. This coaching staff has put together a team that finished 7-3. Last year, they were out of contention. That's going to do it for this contest. The final score, 42-13. When we come back, Sam will be on the field with the player of the game, Zach Magalai, right here, the JTV Channel 3 Game of the Week.
Hey, way to go.
Call 978-0600.
And welcome back. The final score once again, 42-13. The Wheat Ridge Farmers, well, they had a magnificent ball game, and one reason why, the player of the game, let's watch him. Number 1, Zach Magalai, keeps the football, follows his tailback right on into the hole. Touchdown. His second one of the night, the first one 52 yards out. And here he is, the Blackjack player of the game was Sam Pagano.
I have Sal Magley, player of the game for Wheat Ridge High School. He did an outstanding job at quarterback tonight. You seem to be real comfortable, only in your third ball game of playing quarterback for Wheat Ridge.
Yeah, I feel very comfortable because I feel that we have one of the greatest lines, if not the greatest line in Colorado today. And I feel really comfortable standing back there with my running backs and the line that I have up front. So it kind of takes the pressure off of being a third game starter when I came in after Rob's injury. So I feel very comfortable with my line and my backs.
Well, congratulations. You did a great job tonight. How about next week? The big game with Sierra. They're number 1, you're number 1. 2 outstanding teams going to meet.
Yeah, I think it's going to be definitely the greatest game of coaches' history, because not only is this a playoff game, it's number 1 versus number 2, and we haven't been looking up for it this week. We just wanted to get past Brighton, and we've been taking this year game by game, and instead of looking to the future to games like this, we take it game by game. So this week's going to be a tough week, and I think we should come out on top. Hopefully we're going to have a really good game, and it's going to be whoever has the better plays and execution.
Well, you've done a great job all year. You got that winning streak going, and congratulations to Coach Eddie Stevens, the Wheat Ridge Farmers, and we'll be right back, Don and I, to wrap up the ball game.
In 42-13, the final, and Zach Magalai, what a quarterback. They had put it all together. Big game now for Wheat Ridge. They have to go up against Sierra, undefeated Sierra, but they get them here at home.
Well, I tell you what, they're playing great ball. Eddie Stevens' offense is rushing it. That's what they like to do. That'll be a big game with Sierra, probably the biggest game in Eddie's career, and this will be a big step to get to the state championship.
Tom Ritter, Coach of the Year, Brighton Bulldogs. They pulled off a magnificent season. They come up a little short tonight, but you have to take your hats off to this team.
I'm sure he's not going to be pleased with the performance tonight, but I'm sure he's pleased with the overall and keep building, and he's got a good program going.
Our next game, Sam, Chatfield and Bear Creek right here once again next week, Jeffco Stadium. Last time we did that game, 29-28 overtime with that extra point going in the end zone.
Should be a good one. I think Bear Creek wants that rematch, and they're hot. They're playing good. And with Ryan Venna, Chatfield does a lot of crazy things offensively. Be a great matchup.
That's going to do it for us. An outstanding crew on behalf of Debbie Welke, our producer and director. Of course, my partner, Sam Pagano. I'm Don Martin. See you next week right here, JTV Channel 3, your high school football source.